all these rejections from the middle Bollinger Band.
Resistance we're going to need.
If you actually see here, we get a
And we'll look for a healthy higher
I
low.
would not
don't have
be
the
convinced
pullback
to
to
enter a long trade.
Hello there, crypto friends. We're going to look at Bitcoin, some shorts, Ethereum Litecoin, and XRP. Little bit of a bounce is underway. We just formed a bullish reversal candlestick on the daily time frame for Bitcoin with some solid volume behind it. We still, of course, have the daily exponential resistance to be watching, so we know that as long as those resistance levels stand, the bulls are not proving much. And we can look in for more details. That daily candlestick alone doesn't give us much information. We look at the 4-hour chart, we can see it's pretty much inside bars. We did just break bullish here to a higher high by less than $4, so not significant. Still a tightening sideways range on declining volume with 4-hour exponential resistance, which has been rejecting the price for multiple days in a row as we have attempted to bounce. So I finally made a trade, a significant trade, and it certainly brought memories back. But I played this bit of a quick short squeeze on Bitcoin, and it just so happened that I was sitting at the computer and working on some slides for a candlestick course when this move started happening. And so let's look at it on the 2-minute time frame, but it ended up being a 10% move in 15 minutes, a little bit less than 15 minutes. And I saw the move happening, and normally in a downtrend, when the bulls haven't been proving anything to me, and even yesterday when we were, pulling back, I had no interest in looking for an oversold bounce attempt on the bottom. It's just not, the risk to reward is not there for me on those plays at this point. RSI is out the window. But when I saw this happening, I thought, okay, the shorts are at all-time highs. We have an the price has dropped significantly over the last 2 weeks. And it was a scenario where I'm personally just waiting for, we could very easily see a 20% move in a couple of hours with how high the shorts are, how beat up the sentiment is, and how quickly that can change with a little bit of bull volume behind it. So when I see this action happening and the bulls just starting to explode with big bull volume, I want to get myself into that position, and I can always exit for a small loss if it doesn't end up getting any follow through. But I want to put myself in the position for that potential short squeeze, and I also want to contribute to potentially trying to trap those shorts. So I went all in, which I have not done in a very long time. Market buy all in. My order ended up filling on Coinbase from 33.51 to 33.74. So I was within this candlestick when those orders filled, and then I instantly started scaling out. And I almost couldn't keep up with my scale outs. I scaled out at 34.11, 34.55, 34.89. I got 25% of my order filled above 3,500. And it was the kind of thing where I had to adjust. Got something in my eye. I had to adjust my sell orders on the way up because the price was skipping them. It was moving so fast. So that was wonderful. The percentage gains, it ended up comparable to what I do with stocks every day. It was equivalent to a 3.5 day maker in 10 minutes. So that got me pumped up saying, man, I can't wait till these bulls do show back up, which they will. I know for a fact they will in this market. It's just a question of when. And there's going to be significant opportunity because boy, can she run. And that's what she just showed us. She being Bitcoin. It can be he. It can be anything you want it to be. But it was a great reminder of the fun times from 2017. So I then entered. At that point, we're saying, okay, there's the significant bull move. We know the shorts are really high, and here they are still at all-time highs. And what's it going to take to see a short squeeze? And the answer is a bull flag and continuation, because that gives no opportunity for the shorts to cover. It keeps the pressure on, and it makes them panic. They have to make decisions very quickly if they don't have a game plan set, and there's liquidations that occur. So as soon as we pulled back here, we set a 2-minute higher low, no red flags. Let's zoom out to the 5-minute. But there were initially no red flags for the bulls. It was very healthy consolidation. We know we have to consolidate a little bit. And then as soon as we saw this bull move and I saw no volume behind it, I said, well, I was sitting there ready to go again. I had my full order market filled out. I was ready to contribute to a short squeeze again. And the bulls just didn't show me any volume here. And then we lost the 5-minute uptrend and then consolidated. So that told me, all right, that was a nice little short squeeze. The shorts, they covered about 800 out of 42,000 and then very quickly completely refilled. So we hardly even saw the shorts cover. There it is right there where we pulled back for 10 minutes on these shorts. And it looks like we did actually drop, just about 1,900 and then very quickly recovered. So that wasn't even really a short squeeze, which again makes me want to see a real one take place when we get that actual follow through. But it looks like we'll need some kind of news catalyst for that to happen with the follow through needed. So I did end up scaling back in, looking for an hourly higher low. After a bull move like that, a significant percentage in such a short period of time, I look for an hourly higher low to form. We came off the low. We broke the hourly lower high. So we look for that higher low to form. So I did enter, scaled back in a couple positions. I think one of them was just above 3,400. And then another one was down at 3,330 maybe. And just small positions, certainly not my full position. And where I'm standing right now, I'm going to exit if we lose the hourly uptrend. So we've got our high of the bull move, our low of consolidation, and now we're looking for an hourly higher low to form compared to 3,013. That's my stop level for now, and I will move it up if we bounce off this level and try and head back to 3,472 resistance where we topped out. So it's a tightening range, exponential moving averages on the hourly time frame, keeping an eye on those. And of course, we're rejecting from the 4-hour exponential resistance still, so bulls haven't proven a whole lot at all at this point. But I still have a little piece of the action just in case they do. So checking in on Ethereum. Ethereum has a ton of shorts as well. And we've seen a significant bounce off the lows at this point. $81. We bounced up pretty much 20% from the lows. Again, that's how quickly it can move when we get so extended down. 20% like that is a lot of gains that can potentially be had. So we had 81.01 as the low. We held that support level by 81.02. We held it by 67 cents, and then the bulls took off in response to Bitcoin, or perhaps Bitcoin took off in response to Ethereum. Who knows, but they took off with each other and had a very significant bull move, but the same kind of fading is going on. It's a little bit different because the bulls are clearly stronger here. We had the high, low of consolidation, and we did get a higher high. You could call that a double top, but it's the same scenario where we're looking for an hourly higher low. Exponential moving averages on the hourly are here. Resistance is 97.52 and 97.16, and anything above $90 is a higher low. So the 4-hour exponential resistance here is still in play. If we get over it, the daily exponential resistance hasn't been tested yet on this pullback, so that's still in play. So it's still worth watching, but we need to see an hourly higher low and continuation into tonight. If we don't, if we lose its hourly uptrend on these names, we're looking right back at the lows. And again, I want nothing to do with the bulls in that scenario. And here on Litecoin, same kind of thing. So hourly, we pulled back, higher low and higher high did get that follow through. Anything above 24.01 will keep the hourly higher lows intact. And our resistance right now is up at 26.53. So again, solid bounce from 22.24 up to 26.53. And that is a solid 15% plus, almost 20% there. So opportunities there for the bulls in the short term. It just doesn't last. At least it hasn't been lasting. So we'll see if we reject from 4-hour exponential resistances again, and if this bounce doesn't do much, and then we'll just be looking back at the lows if that's the case. If we do get continuation, again, zoom out to the daily chart, watch those exponential resistances. Ethereum got the bounce. The hourly time frame is seeing the uptrend with the higher low at 302. Resistance now is 328, and we're looking for the higher low compared to 302. The healthy hourly consolidation, 4-hour exponential resistance, daily exponential resistance. Bulls still struggling. Bears still have the upper hand. We know these shorts are high. I just want to see them keep climbing, to be honest. And the higher they get, the more significant the bounce will be when it does get followed through and when these shorts do have to cover a fairly significant amount. And we can see that this daily chart has not covered any shorts in 4 days. So if we were to shoot up, we just did 10% in 15 minutes. If we could do 10% in 15 minutes and then consolidate for 15 minutes and then do another 10%, that's when the shorts have to really start to worry. So keep an eye out for it. But again, you don't want to be jumping on every little, bull volume spike and hoping, is this the one? This one was definitely stood out in terms of what we saw earlier today. Just always remain protective and always remain skeptical of those bulls until they prove it to us. So I hope you continue to do good things out there. Hope you have a good weekend. Actually, it hasn't started yet, so I hope you will have a good weekend. And we'll see you with some altcoins probably tomorrow.
That's